For the debate, I recognize the member for Beaches East York.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. It's always so grand to see you in that chair, representing the good people of Scarborough. As always, I am thrilled to stand up in this beautiful chamber every day, and including tonight, to represent the fine people of beautiful Beaches East York who sent me here. Speaker, I'm honored to stand, as I said, in this House today on behalf of everyone, including Ontarians, because Bill 110, make no mistake, as we've heard from previous speakers, Bill 110 is not a specific Toronto bill. It's going to affect all Ontarians, and we are here. We represent our constituencies, but we also represent all Ontarians. Let's remember that. So it's always been about creating a greater space for this government's friends to fly at Billy Bishop, in a place for CEOs and the 1% to expand their playground. And this government's mixed-up mandate of serving their donors and friends rather than the people of Ontario. Certainly, this is an airport that requires a set of prescribed and limited expansion for safety measures. This is what scares me. Safety measures need to be done at the Billy Bishop Island Airport. We've talked about it at committee. We've talked about it in the House. The reset, the runway end safety area. We know it is not running. The airport in its current form is not running to standards, safety standards. So I'm not denying that. They do need to be done, but it's like, you know, once this government gets a little peek at something, their eyeballs just pop off their foreheads like they're kids in a candy store, and they see a bigger prize, which is this massive expansion in trying to shoehorn a major airport into this tiny island space. So it's integral to review how we got here to an unsafe runway, because I think it has a lot of eerie similarities to where this government is going. So as I mentioned, Billy Bishop is quite literally shoehorned on a tiny island, an island with homes, schools, beaches, parks that are massively affected by the airport. Also, boating clubs are there as well. And namely the school that necessitates school buses to drive across the runway. Which, in what world is it normal to have a school bus full of children traverse a runway at an active airport? Put up your hands if you would feel safe with your kids on that bus going across the runway, going to school. So this airport, shoved into a tight island, was never supposed to accommodate commercial jets. It violated the noise levels and safety guidelines. These planes are too heavy for the runway, sinking into the asphalt in the summer, quite literally, which I will touch more on later. They do not have enough room to taxi or take off properly. Yet somewhere down the line, someone said, to heck with the rules, we know better. Seems to be a mantra with this government. And they chose profit over public safety, community needs, and long-term well-being. What came of this was an overburdened island, never-ending traffic, an unsafe runway, and now retroactive billions of dollars in repairs that will cost all of Ontario. So this should have served as a massive bright light, flashing basically a caution sign. Instead, this government just saw a green light. Let's go. Let's get our hot little hands in there on that prime waterfront land in the fourth largest city in North America. Why not? You're doing other things on the waterfront that are very questionable too. We know. So for this government, these bad practices are basically their blueprint. So let's look at the details of the Billy Bishop plan, even though there's not really a plan. The runway. First, the expansion is far beyond what is presented. Billy Bishop Airport would demand 900 meters of new landmass, a 600-meter runway, and a 150 buffer zone on each end. Unfortunately, this extra 900 meters does not even scratch the surface of waterfront disruption. The Billy Bishop Airport expansion would need hundreds of more meters of buoys and guide lights extending into the water, repair hangars, new custom facilities, if flight paths are added, exclusionary zones, and more. It's complicated. It's complicated. It's not just